a lot of politicians, regardless if you turn out and vote for them, don't hold themselves accountable really to their constituents, especially at the local level. Even the people who voted for them, they hold themselves accountable to their donors at the end of the day. And like people know that. That's why there needs to be, like, Pennsylvania needs better election campaign finance laws. Like, it's very important. But we need to have better parties. Like, we need to have a better, stronger local parties that are actually building up the next generation of leaders, telling people to run for offices, like you said, the inspector of elections and stuff like that, to build themselves up, and really developing future leaders. Because without that, without the inspiration, we're not going to have it. I was thoroughly uninspired by my ballot. Thoroughly uninspired. I went to vote because it's my civic duty. We've heard that before. Yep. But yeah, so I really do think that you need inspiring candidates. When we talked about everybody wants to be Barack Obama was inspiring. When people heard him talk, folks, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it's going to be hope, it's going to be change, and they loved it.
Okay, with the impressions. Okay, but I'm going to push back on that a little bit, because these are municipal elections. Barack Obama was a national candidate who had tons of donor support. These are everyday people running. They have lives to live themselves, so I don't think they necessarily need to be inspiring. I think it needs to be. I agree with that to an extent, but I also, like I said, I'm pushing back because we want everyday people to run for these positions, and they don't. I think you need to have something pushing you to run as a candidate, but you don't have time to necessarily inspire people to get out. We need to have people understand why these roles are important, regardless of whether or not the candidates are inspiring.
Absolutely.
Because uninspiring candidates make big, major decisions about our everyday lives too. I think it's a part of what has happened is that we've allowed people to be uninspired and think that that's because they're uninspired that it doesn't matter. I think that whole narrative just plays into, what people want, which is, let me just pull myself back a little bit. I was talking too fast.
I understand.
My point is that people want people to be uninspired on their own.
Absolutely.
And we have this narrative that people need to be inspired. People need to be informed and need to understand how things work.
Inspired versus informed.
I think you can do both. And I agree with what you're saying. Not everyone is going to be, and these are workaday people. Like, I 100% agree. But my point about local parties building people up is you can be trained to be inspiring. You can be trained to talk like this. Like, these are all things that people are trained to do. And like, it can go a long way. And I think there's a little bit of push and pull there. But when you have a candidate that knocks on your door, I voted for Sue Helm once, because she knocked on my door and talked to me for like an hour.
Oh, wow.
And I had like written a constituent concern, and she like talked to me about it for an hour. I don't even like Sue Helm. And I voted for her. I'm admitting this, allegedly.
I'm admitting this, allegedly.
You just admitted it. It's
Allegedly,
It's
I
not
just
alleged.
We saw
Roll the tape.
It's a party admission. You admitted.
Literally.